I thought I would have enough time to start the vlog before running off to preschool, but we need to leave now. I'm about to drop Delilah off at preschool dressed as a witch. It's Halloween, and very last minute, Doug and I had to run to Sainsbury's yesterday and find whatever costume we could get in her size that would also be somewhat suitable for wearing all day at preschool. Not because I've been unorganised, but because all the preschool newsletters have been going into my junk mail the last few weeks. Going through my junk mail yesterday and I found an email saying that the kids wanted to dress up. They don't have to, don't go out and buy one if you don't have one. And I know that there were going to be kids dressing up. Delilah loves dressing up, and I couldn't send her in her usual clothes knowing that she'll probably be a bit upset if she wasn't dressed up as well. Here she comes. Hello. We are a rainbow witch, and I think the trainers really go well with it. Show them your cape. Wow, turn around, it's got spikes on it, hasn't it? Ooh. Got velvety sleeves. I put a little vest on underneath, and you got your plaits.
You made Elsa Platt?
I did make Elsa Plaits. I did try and find an Elsa costume, but they didn't have any. Right, should we go? Oh, you need to put your coat on, my lovely.
I like
Let's put your hat on.
kittens. I like kittens.
You like kittens?
And flowers.
I know you've not worn this one yet, have you? There we go, my lovely.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Mummy puts her hat on.
Door.
We'll go through the front door. Oh, and she's off. Where are Mummy's keys? Wait for Mummy. Oh, the milkman's been.
Someone lost his hat.
Oh yeah, that is a look. No time for coffee this morning, so I'm gonna make myself a coffee now and get on with my to-do list. Today I need to shoot some content for Instagram. It's a two-part collaboration, and the first part should be up by now. I'm waiting on approval, and then I'm going to be doing the second part today, which includes some baking, and then I've got some editing to do, and then I'm going to make this house feel kind of Halloween-y. I bought 2 decorations because I want to surprise Delilah when she gets home. I hid them over here. Halloween's not really something we've ever done. I never went trick-or-treating as a kid. We occasionally had trick-or-treaters and we'd give them sweets, but it's never really been a big thing. I don't think it's been a huge thing in the UK anyway. Trick-or-treating in the UK generally involves a lot of teenage kids running around in scary costumes and egging cars and houses. Well, at least that's what it was when I was younger anyway. We've always been those people that have turned all our lights off and pretended we're not in. But this year Delilah's really aware of it, and she keeps telling me how excited she is for Halloween. She keeps going, it's Halloween, it's Halloween. Spooky things. I'm not scared of Halloween, Mummy. Honestly, she's just amazing. I'm loving this. I mean, I've always loved every age, but oh, it's such a lovely age where she's talking and she's really aware of everything, and I just love it. She spoke about trick-or-treating and I feel like she's too young for it, so instead I bought some mini packs of chocolates and Halloween Haribo. I bought these decorations from Merry Merry. I can link them in the description. Have these bats which I'm going to try and attempt to hang on our door outside, and then oh, that's the door. Our new lights for the hallway have just arrived. I'm gonna make my coffee, and then before I get on with other stuff, I'm going to show you the new lights that we got for the hallway, because we've had just lights like that. Can you see them? We've just had the standard fitting that was left there when we moved in, and it's done the job, but I would like to have something a little nicer just to kind of decorate the room a bit more. And I ordered some really nice ones the other day, and I've got one for the living room too, which I'll show you that. Anyway, coffee. Let's let's get this coffee on. I'm gonna open these here because the lighting is always so dark in the living room this time of year. It's a gorgeous day today. My favourite kind of autumn day. Crisp, cold and sunny. I ordered these from a brand called Pookie, which I'd only recently heard of. I can link these and I'll link anything I can in the description. You guys know the drill by now. Oh, this is cool. They obviously use recycled cardboard boxes because there's old barcodes and things on this. That's good. Actually got quite a few things to show you that's new around the house. So maybe I'll do a bit of a show and tell of some new home bits. Okay, so I found these scalloped lights. They looked so nice and not too big for in the hallway. So this is the pendant. How gorgeous is that? Let me find the actual wire bit, light bulbs. And if you order a lamp, you get 20% off light bulbs. So I did that, and for buying for the first time, I got 5% off. I really wasn't sure about the colour because they have 4 choices of bases. There was like silver, antique silver, brass, gold, and I, as usual, couldn't make my mind up. So I went for the antique brass because it's kind of near on black but not quite black. And that goes in there. They are lovely. Oh my goodness, they are so lovely. Obviously we'd have an electrician come in and they'd cut this because we won't be able to have it very low at all. How pretty is that? And then I can just imagine looking up at it from here and seeing a gorgeous scalloped edge. And then pop it up here. Oh, I really like that. I was a bit worried that wasn't quite going to suit the house in general, but I really like that. And it's perfect because it's what's the measurements? I think it said it was 20 centimeters diameter. So it's perfect. It's quite a small hallway, and I've got 2 of these, one for here, and then, oh my goodness, I'm trying not to smash this and vlog at the same time, and then one for in here as well. Oh no, I love those. And they're gonna look so much better than that. So the only lights I now need to think about are my office and the bathroom. Oh, I'm very happy with those, and I don't think they look too blingy. I think they look quite lovely. And oh, I should probably address, this wasn't meant to turn into a home updates vlog, but here we are. Should probably address these. Look at that lovely light coming in. I popped these up because I was, and you may have seen this on my Instagram, I was trying to figure out what I want to do with some artwork in here. I'd really like to put some stuff up on the wall. I popped this up because this had been wrapped in bubble wrap, shoved behind the chair and the palm since we moved in, and I thought I'm just gonna take it out the bubble wrap, and there was already a hook here, so I just stuck it on. It's not gonna live there. I will probably end up having it in the living room or my office. I had these lying around in my office and they're the same size, so I put those up with some washi tape just to kind of gauge the size and see how I like it. And I'm quite liking the 3 prints, so that's the story behind those up there. I'm gonna show you the light that came yesterday for the living room. We're finally replacing the half broken one in the living room. It's really not my cup of tea, and for a year I've just been looking at it thinking we really need to replace it. I also didn't want one that was silver or gold, or I know this is gold, but I didn't want just a metal. I just couldn't work out what would go in the room, and then I had an epiphany the other day and thought, why don't I try and find a material tassel-y one. I came across this one, and this one is actually a plug-in and hook up lamp, but what we're going to do is get an electrician to cut it off to where we need it, put it into a normal base that goes into the ceiling, and Bob's your uncle. And of course I can link this as well. I was close to buying one on Etsy. I wasn't quite sold on the look of it. The tassels looked a lot different than these tassels. I liked these very thin chunky tassels rather than thick wool tassels, if that makes any sense. But I will link this one, and I will link the one on Etsy as well. And I think this is just what we need to break up the golds and the blacks and all the kind of hardness in the room. This will soften it up, bring in some warmth and coziness, and I'm very happy with this. It was worth waiting a year to find this. I'm gonna pop this back in the box. Any other newness? I mean, I've not really shown you the wood floor properly. I am so chuffed with the wood floor. I'm so happy we decided to rip up the carpet. We were very lucky with the condition that these were. It could have been a complete disaster. We still need to varnish it, but we're waiting to varnish it until we've got a whole weekend where Delilah can go to Doug's parents and we can rip up the carpet in the living room and sand that all down, and then we can just varnish it all in one go and it'll be done. And I'm really happy with it. I have been filming the process, so once we finish the living room I will put that together in one video, and then the plan is to do this in our bedroom and my office too. And the only other new thing to show you is this doormat. I've been very excited about getting some fun quirky doormats since having the wood floor, and I found this in Oliver Boner's. Bought it with a voucher that I had laying around, and I know I keep saying this, but I'm just so happy with how it all looks now. I'm gonna sort this mess out later, and I need to get on with baking. I need to do some baking and I need to take some pretty photos. Not entirely sure what I'm doing. I'm kind of just making this up and hoping for the best. The first recipe that I made was off the brand's website, and this is my turn to do whatever recipe I want to do. I'm gonna try and make some kind of autumnal apple cinnamon loaf. I'm hoping if I do the standard recipe I usually do for my banana bread and pumpkin bread loaf and just put in apple instead, and I'm hoping it'll be nice. So I'm currently torn between what's a practical sized bowl and what looks nice for my stories and my post. This is my favourite bowl ever. It's from Dassie. Got it a long time ago. I get asked a lot of questions about my camera. I love it so much, and I've been trying to use it more recently. It gives a really nice feel and effect to photos. Half the time they look like I've taken them on a film camera, and I love it. It's an Olympus pen. It's the EPL 7, which is something you'd have to get secondhand now because it got discontinued years ago. So if I'm not using my phone or my vlogging camera to vlog, this is generally what I take photos on. Anyway, getting distracted. Loaf is in the oven. It's going really well so far. Just been listening to Billy Martin. I'm obsessed with her at the moment. Google, pause. Although actually that was a cover of LaRue. Who remembers LaRue? What, about 15, 16 when that song came out? Love Billy Martin at the moment. If you've not listened to her, go find her on Spotify, Apple Music, wherever you listen to your music. I now need to deal with the cleanup from this bacon. The loaf is going to take about an hour, so I'm going to wash everything up, grab myself something to eat because I'm hungry, so I'm going to have an early lunch. I have something else to show you that's just been delivered. Wasn't expecting this for another week. I ordered this on Etsy. I saw this, well, I think this is what it is. I ordered a print that I fell in love with, and I thought, yes, I love that. That's the hardest thing with finding prints for the house, is I don't want to buy things just because I think, oh yeah, they're okay, but they don't really evoke any emotion. Whereas I saw this, and I just loved it, and I know that every time I look at it, I'm just gonna love it. And I don't think this is gonna be everyone's cup of tea, but I love it. It's so cool. It's this print. It's gonna add a pop of colour somewhere. By an artist in Margate, and I just need to get a frame for this. I think it's really cool. It's very me, but I don't think it's gonna be everyone's cup of tea. But that's the great thing about having your own home and artwork and decoration. It doesn't really matter if it's not anyone's cup of tea, because as long as it sparks joy, it gives you a little, like when I look at, for example, our doormat or our new lights, I think, ooh, just gives me like a happy feeling, sparks joy. As long as it does that for you, who cares what anyone else thinks, and who cares if maybe things don't go or this and that. I think that's so cool though. I might put that in the living room because I feel like we probably need a bit of colour in there. This lovely little butterfly is just flown onto our door. How gorgeous. So my hand is really shaky. At the weekend, we went pumpkin picking for the first time. Last year and the year before, I meant to go pumpkin picking. We just never got around to doing it. And last year, I was really gutted that we didn't go. Everything got a bit busy with the move. And then before we knew it, it was November. But this year, I was determined to get us pumpkin picking. And it was a really nice day. It was raining all week last week. And the one day that we went was like today. It was really sunny. And then a couple of days ago we carved our pumpkins, so I will put that footage in now because I'm gonna sit here and edit, and you guys have seen me edit a zillion times, so enjoy this pumpkin carving footage instead. I was not planning on filming today. Right, let's get the pumpkins.
Did I go right there? Did I go right there?
Why don't you come next to me here?
Okay.
Can't see you. Okay. Let's carve some pumpkins. Do you like that pumpkin? It's nice. What colour is it?
Green.
Green. And for the first time ever, I've got a proper pumpkin carving kit that Google sent to us last Halloween, but it was literally delivered on Halloween, so it was a bit late to use it.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers.
That one's Daddy, that one's Mummy, that one's Baby.
All right, got it.
Love.
Oh. It's a bit stuck. That's all right.
What we do now?
It's all right. It's all right. Come across our first hurdle, haven't we? Gotten this a bit stuck. I am not the most experienced pumpkin carver.
Lily, Lily, Lily.
Ready? Daddy? Do you want to see inside?
I would give it out.
Okay, let's do that. Let's get the scoopy bowl. I'll get the scoopy bowl. Ready?
I can do it. I did it.
Well done. Put that there for you. And then put all the stuff in there.
Bit hard.
I have to say, you've probably got the hardest one to do. What's it like inside?
Good.
Good. Is it really gooey?
Yeah.
You know what we could do with these seeds?
Yeah.
We can dry them out and cook them.
Yeah. Clean them first.
Yeah, we wash them and then we can cook them.
I've done a little hole.
That's okay, because you've got a little pumpkin.
Need help.
You need help. Okay, how about I do some sort of cutting in here? I can't even get this spoon in here. I'll sort of cut for you. And then you can use your hands. Shit. What's it feel like? It's squelchy.
Yeah.
That's Mummy's phone.
have to light them.
Yeah, we have to actually decorate them, don't we?
Mix it inside it well. Mix with more seeds.
Yeah, a little bit more seeds, aren't there? Try to shake them up. Oh dear. It's slippery, isn't it? That's the best pumpkin I have ever carved. It's a bit crooked, but I think he looks good.
What are you doing?
We did pumpkins.
Pumpkins?
And that one and that one. Not the white one.
Not the right one.
No, we saved that one for you, Daddy.
Ah, can I do this one?
Yeah. Mummy got the lid on. Mine not have the lid on because it's cooking it.
Yeah, so I found these giant tea lights.
Alright.
Yeah, they're really good. I found these giant tea lights and ordered them with our weekly food shop, and they're great in these big pumpkins, but because Delilah's one's so little, if I pop the top on, it cooks it, so gonna have to put a small tea light in that one, or just keep the lid off. Doug's turn now. Let's see your pumpkin then. Very nice. Can't really show you properly without showing you the street that we live on, but it looks cool. I like it. Now to get these bats on the door. There are 8 in a pack. I'm not gonna do 8. I'm hoping I can just use tape to put these little guys on. About 10 minutes until I need to get Delilah, so I'm tucking into the loaf that I made earlier. So I'm gonna finish this off, get a new battery because my battery's running out. Oh, and my memory card's running out of memory too. I just opened the door and gave myself a fright because I forgot I hung bats from our door. It scared the life out of me. Let's go get Delilah. You're too fast. Slow down.
I like this one. No.
That one?
No.
That one?
No.
This one?
Yeah.
Oh, the skeleton. I may have already tucked into some of the trick-or-treat and stuff.
And Delilah likes
I know. Mummy likes these too. Should we keep some out for us?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah! Right, let's go put these by the door, shall we?
Yeah.
Yeah? And then we need to go put our pumpkins outside.
I want one.
You can have one. What would you like?
That and that. Yum. Yummy.
Are they nice?
Yeah.
I like Smarties too.
You have
Right.
this one.
Oh, thank you. It's okay, I'll have my own later.
Okay.
Can pop these outside. Where should we put them, Bubba? Should we put them where people can see them?
Oh, wow.
Daddy's home.
Star.
Oh, yes, thank you. That's exactly what I wanted. Can you put them back?
Put them back for the trick-or-treaters. Good girl. Oh, I like your outfits. Oh, it must be freezing. You've got no arms out. That's such a mum thing to say. But it must be, it's cold out there. Delilah's tucked up in bed now. Just washed my hair. We're about to have dinner. I'm gonna light a fire. It's been so nice having the wood burner. Trick or treating went okay. We had quite a few trick or treaters. I think Delilah enjoyed it. She had a few too many sweets, oh, my ears have gone really red. If she has treats, it's usually a gingerbread man from the coffee shop or chocolate pastries. Yeah, I never really buy sweets, and oh my word, she has been bouncing off the walls. I have not known her like that at all, but she enjoyed it, and it is Halloween after all. I hope you guys enjoyed the vlog today. It feels really good to be back to normality with the vlogs and just filming a standard day like today. And I know you guys have been missing them. There's a new Queer Eye out tomorrow. I wish it was out tonight, but a new Queer Eye is out tomorrow, and also another season of Atypical is going to be airing, going on to Netflix. I think it's Netflix. I get confused because we watch Amazon and Netflix and they just merge as one in my head. If you've not watched Atypical, it's really good. And also there's on Apple TV a film with Jennifer Aniston in. A film, or I think it's a film. It looks really good. Lots of new stuff to watch on telly tomorrow. If you're wondering what we use to light fires, this is kindling that Doug's made with an axe from the bigger logs that we have. His friend is a tree surgeon and he gave us those for £30, and we got a ton bag of them, and they've all been treated and everything, and it's all local wood. And then these are more eco-friendly version than the standard ones you get that have all sorts in, like the little pockets that you get. I think I got them on Amazon, and you get a massive box of them. You only need to use 1 or 2 and they work really well. I need to find the matches. Now I'm going to sit here and get this fire going. Feeling all cozy. I will see you in the next vlog. Bye.
Bye.
I'd like to love you, love you. I'd like to love you.